Say mine. We got motherfucking Bricc baby, Bussy baby, Bricc lady messing with trans women in prison, man. What the fuck is going on? WACK22 and Adam22 is finna discuss this shit, man. Everything in this video is for educational purpose only. Like, comment, subscribe, nigga. I love y'all so motherfucking much. Man, we just hit 4,000, so we finna hit 5,000, man. Shit, go on hit that like, comment, subscribe, nigga. Tell me what y'all want to see next, man. Come on now, do this shit together.
I don't want to just take other people's word for it that Luce is a huge liar, but like,
there's a lot of shit going on.
When I really sat back on my stream that I did earlier this week, I sat back and watched the interview with his ex-wife, and the things that she's saying, it just sounded so real. Like when I think about the people I've known throughout my life who are liars, and the way that she was talking about how, oh, he said he got shot 10 times, and then something would happen where she realized that that wasn't true, and so you'd say, no, I said I got shot at 10 times, and like just constantly moving the goalposts and just kind of like fudging the details. I don't know. And now it's like he's going at Bricc with a bunch of shit that from my perspective is fake, like this transgender, saying that Brick's got some trans pussy in there. I mean, I really doubt it.
Well, here's the thing with that, right?
If he did, I would be proud of him.
No, I listen, right?
Okay.
Because I've been a victim of this a lot of times.
No, we ain't finna just skip past it. Like you ain't just say we finna be proud, nigga. What you just say? God, get on with all that.
First they start with one thing, and then when that don't work, they add to that. Then that don't work, and they add to it. So the first time the Bricc thing was addressed, it was originally Bricc, instead of asking the Crips for some hair grease, he went and asked the transgender for some grease.
Right.
Right? That's all it was. Who he went and asked for some grease. So when Luce ran the narrative on Bricc, that he kicked Bricc out the cell, which I'm like, damn, that was kind of crazy because they was in there. It's obvious they was like running content. We're going to say we sellies.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the other fake shit? Which I didn't understand when he kept saying Big U trying to get Bricc to sign some paperwork. And I'm telling myself, what kind of paperwork would an inmate have for another inmate to sign on that side of the wall, right?
But it's crazy because...
Yeah, I bet you would know all about that WACK100 with your rat looking ass. Oh, God, my mouse looking ass, my master splinter ball man looking ass, nigga, oh, God.
Saying we're running content is the best excuse for just lying.
Right, no,
because as soon as you say we're running content, that's the perfect way to excuse it.
But see, that's the new wave shit, right?
Yeah,
we're going to get to that.
New.
So the thing was him, Big U and Bricc was in the same place. Me and Bricc are cellies, and I'm getting into it with Big U because he's trying to get Bricc to sign some paperwork, right? So I already said, well, I know they're in the same pod or whatever together. Them being cellies, they could be, might not be, right? I left it at that. I never believed that Big U was directly with them.
That would seem massively irresponsible on behalf of the staff.
Yeah, I didn't, you know, but I'm listening to it, right?
Right.
So initially it was Bricc went to get some hair grease. Then it went to when he said he rolled Bricc out the cell. I think it took a while for Bricc to hear about it. And when Bricc responded and said, nah, not only did he not roll me out the cell, his hand ain't broke, ain't no Big U here, ain't been no fight. When Bricc started like, kind of like clearing the board, that's when the, no, I'm lying. Allegedly, Bricc says Luce turned down a fade with somebody from Blackstone. And then Luce turned down a fade with Bricc baby. I didn't believe that either. I didn't believe that, right? So then Luce ramped it up. Yeah, we got rid of you because you was over there trying to screw the transgender. Now I get ramped. It went from asking them for hair grease to now you trying to, but I'm watching it. One thing I can say, when Bricc came out to say what he gonna say, he said it all. And he ain't said nothing since then. So at that point, Luce ramped it up. Do I believe that Bricc asked the transgender for some hair grease? Yes. Do I believe that he tried to do some sexual shit with the transgender? No, I don't. I don't believe that.
This already
I
was a
don't know.
narrative on the podcast, though. At a certain point,
I don't know though, bro. You never know, bro. When niggas be in jail, bro, you don't really know how long you gonna be in there when you get out, nigga. I don't really know, gang. I'm not gonna lie, fool. You just don't know, fool. You don't know.
there was this rumor that Bricc had basically like been fucking with a trans person or some shit, or getting his hair braided by a trans person, and Bricc came out with his actual version of the story, if I'm not mistaken, where he had been getting his hair braided by someone, and then he found out that the person who was braiding his hair was fucking with punks. And that made him uncomfortable, and he stopped getting his hair braided by them, or whatever, which is a far cry from fucking a trans person.
This is why he was in jail.
Years ago. Yeah, this is before he got locked up.
Why he was in jail? Why he was on the street?
Which I don't know if Lush or if Luce is just conflating these two stories and just kind of like rolling with that one.
Wait. So Bricc said he had a man braiding his hair while he was on the street.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. While he was in jail.
In jail.
Yeah.
And then he found out, dude. Okay, I can see that.
Which is
he found out, dude.
Yeah.
I can see that. He found out.
You can't braid your own hair.
No. I ain't
so
got
it's
nothing
kind of
against
whatever.
Bro, we all do that. If you know how to braid, you making money. We pay niggas in there, the barbers and the comb and the razor and braid. But I can see Bricc's finding out. Oh, you got a punk in the cell. I'm cool on you.
Okay, and I think obviously if there is a trans woman in your cell, like as in if there's a person in your cell who is originally a woman and now presents as a man, but they still have a vagina.
Oh, you getting hit?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I wouldn't.
Ugh. Okay, I'll stop talking about all this weird shit, gang. Bro, please, gang. Like, I don't even know why I'm watching this shit, fool. Like, just imagine this shit, though. Like, do they work like that? Like, do the women who transgender to man get put in a man prison, or do they get put in a women prison? Because they still got a pussy, so they still a woman technically, but they trans. Bro, that trans shit just confusing. I ain't gonna lie.
Hold it against Bricc if he's fucking a vagina.
But that's not gonna happen in the men's facility.
Why not?
They not gonna put nobody with a vagina in the men's facility.
I think they shouldn't. But what if they did?
No, what I have seen them do is put transgender men with they plumbing in a woman's facility.
Yeah, see, I would hold it against Bricc if he was banging.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you got a vagina in your cell,
but you dress like a man, but you have a vagina.
Listen,
we go
you talk
that
about
vagina
in the penitentiary, right? In the penitentiary, that vagina's gonna get hit.
We got to.
You in the penitentiary.
I'm at the front of the line.
But
get me in there.
Listen, you
Put
in
me
prison?
Coach.
Yeah. That's gonna happen. But no, I don't think.
It's gonna be a very popular gentleman.
I don't think. Listen, I don't think Loose Cannon turned down a fade with Bricc.
Okay.
I don't think that. But I don't think Bricc. I think Bricc went and asked the transgender for hair grease. Now, one of the dudes in there said Bricc told him, "Yeah, man, the punk making googly eyes happy, man. What you think?"
That sounds like
right? So I'm gonna say this: if this is the same individual that you told one of the Crips was making googly eyes at you, and after the fact you went and asked him for some grease, I'm going to say Bricc was flirting.
Ooh.
Because all the Crips is saying he could have got the grease from us.
What is grease?
Grease, hair grease.
What is that?
Oh, yeah, you white.
Yeah, what is it? Is it like
it's moisturizer for
It's like bacon grease?
Nah, motherfucker. Hell no. We only use that when you broke, poor, you ran out of lotion.
Oh,
Shout
really?
out to the Chris.
Well, you might have to use bacon grease?
Yo, that's them hard days.
Hair grease. I never really had a lot of hair. Okay.
Oh, they got the
is it really motherfuckers out here using bacon grease for moisturizer? What the fuck?
Murray's. I used to have pomade.
Grease.
I used to have pomade.
Did you probably used to use 3 flowers like the essays?
I don't know. This stuff
flowers?
right here, Murray's pomade. I used to buy this from the barbershop.
That's like for waves. That's thick.
Oh, really?
It's real thick. Blue Magic. Now, Blue Magic, that's the most common hair grease in prison.
Oh, okay.
That one right there. So,
okay.
You know, but I don't.
That would be good for a Crip.
I mean, shit, Blue
Magic. That'd be a good nickname for
you
a
get
Crip.
a lot of it for a little bit of nothing.
Okay.
So, but then again, it's like, if he was doing that, and they was that mad about it, then why they didn't DP him?
True. Why didn't y'all DP that, man? DP.